we
march for truth till my feet start to bleed.
Yes, sir.
Down on my feet, live on my knees.
Come on.
My back's against the wall. We fight until we fall. For you, I risk it all. This is my revolution.
It's just us. You and us.
Who you were in the park with?
I don't know names. I just got lost.
Where did you see the lady?
One lady.
The female jogger was severely beaten and raped.
Every black male who was in the park last night is a suspect. I need all of them.
What's going on with my son?
Your son was involved in rape in Central Park.
No,
Wait a minute. Wait a second.
They saw you rape the lady.
I didn't see a lady or hit anyone. I didn't see any lady.
Kevin.
I didn't see any lady.
I want to see my son right now, right now.
Whatever they said I did, I didn't.
I know.
zoning on the road.
Nothing in these boys' state matches the central facts of the crime.
All we need is for one to tie this whole thing together.
These tapes are not as clean as the state would have you believe.
There is injustice happening here.
There is not one shred of evidence.
Imagine the frenzy of these teenagers.
Ripping off her
They
clothes.
are innocent of these
They
crimes.
are guilty.
Why are you doing us like this?
What other way they ever do us?
And I haven't looked back.
I've been having these dreams.
Since I met
I keep hearing these footsteps. And they coming closer and closer. That's me. Coming to bring you home.
They said if I went along with it, that I could go home, and that's all I wanted.
The police will do anything. Lie on us, they will lock us up, they will kill us.
This is my life.
I don't think we should admit to something that we didn't do.
Okay, we keep fighting.
What up, what up? It's your boy, Mr. Vine. Mr. Vine's channel, Sweatbox. We back, we live, we active here on the channel, yes indeed. And we're going to talk about a serious one today. We're going to talk about the Netflix limited series, When They See Us, directed by Ava DuVernay. This is the retelling and the story of the group formerly known as the Central Park Five, now known as the Exonerated Five. And I'm talking about Corey Graves, Corey Wise, Raymond Santana, Yusef Salaam, Anton McCrae, and Kevin Richardson, the Exonerated Five. We're going to talk about this series, man. This is something that is must-see viewing for anybody, for people of color, for white people, for anybody who considers themselves a decent human being. And you should actually watch this to judge where you sit on the scale of decency. Because if you can sit through with this entire series and say, there was nothing wrong with that, I don't see, what's the big deal? I don't see the big deal, then you're a horrible person. And then you are a horrible person. Then you are on the same lines as somebody like Linda Feinstein and Elizabeth Leader, the two prosecutors, and the NYPD police, who will never be forgiven for the lies that they told to coerce those confessions out of those kids, out of those little kids, man. None of them were older than 15, 16 at the time. And you sent Corey to Rikers? Are you serious? Man, this was tough to watch. This was tough to watch, especially that first episode and that last episode, very tough to watch. Obviously we're gonna talk about spoilers, but ain't no spoilers, man, because this is real life. This really happened. And our piece of shit president, currently the man who sits in the White House, then took out an ad to have these children executed. And now he's sitting in the White House. This country's lost. Let me just say that. This country's lost. Because ain't much changed. Ain't much changed in the system from when this happened to now. And the fact that who's in the White House is a clear sign that ain't nothing changed. I'm going to get very irritated. I'm going to get very emotional while doing this review. Because this ain't even really a review. This is just me talking. But I am going to try to review this because I want to give credit to a lot of the people on this. Let's talk about the cast. The young actors who played the young versions of the Exonerated Five. All of these, they were just phenomenal. But Jarrell Jerome, who played Corey Wise, man, he had the toughest job, and I think he did a really good job. Marquise Rodriguez, who played a young Raymond Santana, who had the line of the series to me when they was all in the cell together and they was meeting each other, and Kevin said, "Why are they doing this to us, man?" And he said, "What any other way they ever do us?" And I was like, it's true. Justice system ain't never been justice system for people of color, for black people and Hispanic people. And this whole series is so eye-opening to that for those who were still in denial. Because let me be clear, DNA evidence has completely exonerated them. They got $41 million from the state of New York because they were wrongfully in prison. And this is a must-watch series. I want to give a special shout-out to Niecy Nash, who did a phenomenal job as the mother of Corey Wise. I mean, she, in my opinion, I feel like she deserves some award consideration for her performance in this. The scene that she has in the flashback scene with her son, who's transgender, and she's having that argument as she leaves. That was a tough scene. That was to watch Corey's reaction. To watch, everybody did just such a great job in that scene, and then to cut back to that to see Corey in solitary at the time. That episode 5 is heartbreaking, man. That is just a heartbreaking episode. The whole series is really tough to watch, and it's must see. Everybody does a great job in this. I want to send this. Johnny Leguizamo as Raymond's dad was great in this. He was great. Again, I already said Niecy Nash. Michael Kenneth Williams as Kevin's father. Not Kevin's father. I'm sorry. Anton's father. Michael Kenneth Williams was great. The scene where he's trying to get, the scene where he yells, where he confronts Anton in the interrogation room just so they can get, it was just, and then the breakdown of their relationship after that was just heartbreaking. It was just heartbreaking. Let me see who else. Yeah, my man Joshua Jackson as Mickey Joseph, the attorney on their side. He did a great job. Blair Underwood did a good job as the lawyer. This is just I want to make sure I point out all the I want to make sure I highlight all the standout performances, man. Yeah, man, this was such a good. Also, so tough to watch it many times, and this is another thing that I want to point out because I'm doing a review of this, and I'm late doing this because I watched this a while ago, and it just took me a while to get up, you know what I'm saying, to get in the right frame of mind to do this review. Plus, I've been busy and stuff too, but I'm doing it. And that's the point that I'm saying. I'm doing this review. And I'm really disappointed that I'm not seeing more reviewers who have a platform. I'm talking to you, John Campea. I'm talking to you, Tyrone Magnus. I think Tyrone, no, I'm not, I don't know if Tyrone Magnus did it or not. I'm not sure. But if he did, and he did it. But I'm talking to John Campea. I'm talking to the folks over at Collider. I'm talking to Stuckman. You know what I'm saying? Get Stuckmanized on this, man. I'm talking to my dude who lives up here in Seattle. There's a lot of reviewers, and I want to name them by name. Christian Harloff. You know what I'm saying? All you guys, especially the guys at Collider. The guys at Collider. I mentioned Campea. I mentioned Stuckman. There's somebody else. Who am I forgetting? But these are the reviewers. I want to see, why are you guys not doing reviews of this? Why have you guys not seen this? Because this is important viewing, and I think you guys' opinion on a review of this would go a long way to furthering the message that needs to get out there. So you best believe I'm going to be tagging some of you guys in this video, because you guys should be doing the review of this, man. It's important. Jeremy Johns, this is who I'm talking about too. You live in Seattle. I'm in Seattle. I'm in the Northwest with you, like 30 minutes away, bro. Jeremy Johns, I'm talking to you too, my guy. All love and respect, because I'm fans of all you guys' channels. I'm fans of all you guys. I've been watching all you guys for years. John Campea, Jeremy Johns, Tyrone Magnus, all the guys over at Collider. You know what I'm saying? When you guys were doing the Schmodown, my guys over there, Mark Ellis. I know you don't really do movie reviews anymore, Ellis, but still, you guys should be covering this, man. This is important. And I was highly disappointed to see not one of you guys did a review of When They See Us. And you guys have covered Netflix stuff before. You guys have covered Bird Box and stuff like that. You guys covered the Netflix Marvel series. And yeah, I know this is not what you normally do, but this is important. This series needs to be covered. So I'm doing it. I'm talking about it. This is must-see viewing, and it's tough. But it should be tough, because what these boys went through was ridiculous. It was ridiculous what these boys went through. And what's even more ridiculous is that the justice system ain't gotten much better for people of color since then. There's been more light shined on it because you can use camera, because everybody's recording now. But it ain't changed. We've been telling you guys since the 80s. The cops is whooping our ass. I listen to old school Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted. He talking about it then. Ice-T was talking about it then. It's been there. It's been 30 years. And ain't shit changed. So this shouts out to Ava DuVernay, who continues to do, if you haven't seen 13, you should watch that too. Another series that nobody reviewed, and none of the big name reviewers covered it. I understand you're gonna say, well, it's Netflix. Yeah, you guys make exceptions for stuff that's necessary. And this is necessary. So I'm calling them out. Jeremy Johns, John Campea, Tyrone Magnus. I don't remember if you did or not. You might have, but if not, you did. I know you feel it, bro. I know you feel it, because you say, I fucks with you, Tyrone. But Stuckman, all you guys, man, get up on this, man. The whole Collider crew. Christian, Harloff, all those guys over there, man. This is important. It needs to be covered. I thought this is absolutely must viewing. Absolutely. I give it a 5. I give it a 10 out of 10. 5 stars, whatever. 10 out of 10. That's my review of When They See Us. This wasn't even a review, more was than a rant. I just wanted to make sure I gave props to the standout performances of the show. But this one hits home. Very emotional watching this, what they put those boys through. And the fact that you still have people who want to say that them boys is guilty. You still have the NYPD making excuses for coercing confessions out of children. Never let that be forgotten that they were children. So, there you have it. That's my review of When They See Us. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click the notifications. And until next time, You know how we do. Peace.
I'm to bleed.
Yes, sir.